Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to tell you about the software called Substack. So, Substack is actually a place for writers and those who write newsletters. So, without much ado, let's get started. First of all, you need to open your web browser and come here to Substacks. And once when you're here, you have to click here on Start Publishing. So, you have to type your email address here. And if you're new, they're going to ask for your name and a bit about yourself and your Instagram handle. So let me just type it and then I'll get back. So once when you fill in your information, Substack is going to give you a URL and you have to click here. And then you have to upload your mailing list. That's optional. You can skip it if you want. And then you have they give you an option to add subscribers. You can also skip that for now. And then they're going to ask for your interest. So if you have any interest in any particular niche, you can just select it. Let me just select it and I'll get back to you. So they recommend us some writers in the beginning and they have auto subscribed it, but we can skip it as well. I'll just go with it. It's okay. And then we are all set. So now this is our homepage and they initially told us some steps to do, some steps to follow to complete your account. And these are actually the milestones which we can complete later on. But let me just tell you the basics of this software. So this is their homepage and these are the infographics about your profile and your activity. And these are the resources for our help and an article to grow your audience. But first, we can go to, let me just explore it. Yes, this is my Substack and we can go here. This is the inbox. So you're going to see all the important information right here. And if somebody messages you or sends you a direct message, it's going to be saved here and you can filter it the way you want. But if you go back here to dashboard, you can see this as our home. And if you go here to post, these are our posts. But right now we have not posted anything. So no post is being shown here, but I'll come here later on after explaining you the other segments. This is the segment for a podcast. Now, if you want to start a podcast, like a podcast is also a way to operate and to earn on this website. So you can start a podcast on Substack. And if we click here, they're going to ask some basic information like what will be the name of our podcast series. So I'll just keep it this and click continue. And if we have to start a new podcast or if we want to import an existing podcast, that's up to us. I'll click here. Now here, they're going to ask you a few questions like what will be the podcast title and what will be the description of the podcast, what will be the byline of the podcast and the category, like what is the podcast going to be about, like is it related to food, performing arts, business. So you have to put two categories on which the podcast will be based, like the context of the podcast. And if there is any explicit content, some contents that might not be suitable for children's, and podcast tab option and the language of the podcast and the artwork. And then when you click this create podcast, then your podcast will be uploaded here. But right now we don't have any podcast. So we'll just click here and go back to home. So we are back here and now we're going to see the subscriber folder. Now this is your subscribers tab and it will show your all subscribers and your paid subscribers as well. And this is actually the graph. Now this graph is very important because it's going to tell you, it's actually going to give you an analysis of your subscriber growth. And you can change the timeline here, past 30 days, past 90 days, or all time. And we can see there are different filters here, like all subscribers, all followers, paid subscribers, and gross annualized revenue, like how much have you earned through these subscribers over the years. So if you come down here, you can see another folder right here, and these are the subscribers that subscribe to our newsletter, and what are the types, are they free, paid, or anything like that, the activity of the subscriber, subscription date, and the revenue you have earned through these subscribers. So this is very informative and helpful. Now moving here, if we come to this folder called stats, it's going to give us an analysis of our traffic sources and the top sources through which we are getting views on our newsletter and the kind of people coming to see our newsletters. So, and apart from that, there are many other filters or options like emails, like email stats and pledges and subscriber reports. In the beginning, I personally believe this is not necessary, so you shouldn't invest much of your time here and get confused. So you can see this folder later on. Moving on to recommendations. Well, at the beginning, this is also not important, so I recommend that you ignore this part in the beginning and don't get confused. It's actually the recommendations that you get. And moving on to settings. So these are the settings, and you can just visit here, check it yourself, and there are a lot of options here like basic settings and branding. Basic settings include the monthly subscription, yearly subscription that you give to your readers, and there are podcast settings, website, you can add your website, so you can tweak the settings on yourself and you can check them out. Basically, this was just a general overview of this Substack website. I'll tell you now. I'll tell you about post and how can you post. So I'm gonna create a post. Now it's up to you. You just want a simple post, or you can also use an audio post or a video post or a thread as well. And you can also write a note. So if we talk about post, if we click here, you can see there's the title of our post and the subtitle of our post, and it's up to you. You can write your name as an author, or you can remove it, or you can invite a guest and collaborate on your post as well, on your newsletter too. So it's up to you how you do it. You can keep it anonymous if you want. So this is the title and this is the subtitle, and you can add a button as well. Now buttons are very important. I'll tell you what it does. First, let me just tell you these options. Now you can change the style. You can keep it bold, italic, and lined, and you can attach a link, or you can attach a picture, or you can attach a video as well, or an audio. That's up to you. So these are the alignment things. And if we come here to button, now button is a very important feature. This, by the way, is you can insert a quote if you want. So if we come here to buttons, now you can add one or multiple buttons. Like if I add the subscribe button, it will give an option to my readers to subscribe to my newsfeed or my newsletter. So if we add another button like leave a comment, so they'll have two options. They can subscribe and leave a comment too. And if I add this share post option, they can also share my newsletter. So right now I've written nothing, so I'm not going to post it, but this is the general, I would say, general overview of writing a post. And we can also preview our post. That's up to us. We can preview it. How does it look on a mobile, and how does it look on a website or an email? That's completely up to us, So we can also change, either we want to post it for our free subscribers or our paid subscribers. Now, paid subscribers are those who pay you and subscribe you. They subscribe you for your content. They subscribe you for your post. So those are your paid subscribers. Free subscribers are those who have subscribed you, but they won't be paying for your content. Now it's up to you whether you want to post it for your free subscribers or your paid subscribers. Now there's also this option of test. What you can do is you can copy your draft link and you can post it to other social media channels that you have, like Facebook, Twitter, etc., etc. So this is the basic modus operandi. of Substack. I hope you found this video quite informative. Please do like the video and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. I'll see you in the next one.